Hello, everyone, and welcome back to What's the Logic in That? We're a weekly podcast that talks about randomly selected topics from a spin wheel. Some of these topics are suggested by a community, be that in the comment section of YouTube VOD or on social media. So that's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We also post to other streaming platforms, so that's SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. As you can see, we have finally got some merch. Episode 20.
Yes.
We're celebrating today. We're wearing our own merch. Mr. Dean, how are you?
I'm feeling good. Being number 2 today, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, it's a good start to the weekend.
Yes.
Interesting talks with
We're both
call centers
celebrating.
in India.
But yes, go on, tell us about your call centre in India. I've heard some of this conversation already, but we didn't speak about it face to face.
Yeah, it took a while for emails to go through. So then the person in India started talking about Indian food with me, talking about heritage. I was like, I didn't sign up for this, but I don't mind. This is interesting. I normally it's my name is Bob and whatever. No, I got the real name. Yeah, I'm in India. I'm working from home. How's things? Yeah, it's all good. How's the situation right now? Yeah, actually, they're not in like a restricted area like we are.
Right.
I
Yes.
avoided that word.
Yes, you did. You avoided this word, yes?
Yes.
This one here. So I had to do that.
How are you, Tom?
I'm all right, thank you. Yeah, I have been out more since the second version of this that's hit the UK, and but I feel okay. I was out today. Did a nice quick install, which was really easy. So happy with that. And then I've just sort of chilled. It's been a quiet afternoon, so like I say, ready for the weekend as well. Going to play more Call of Duty this weekend, probably. Hopefully a bit of Jackbox later, maybe. So, be good fun. Why don't we pull up the spin wheel and see what we're going to talk about today?
Cool.
I think we've got 9 topics, is it, today?
Yeah, 9 topics today, which I guess makes a change from last week.
Okay. What traditionally would you take out of Christmas? From Alexander Greensmith. So, to prepare ourselves, normally this is a bit more spontaneous, but I've seen this and I've had to think about it. And one of the things that I really hate is like cards, Christmas cards and birthday cards and that crap. I find it's an industry that's of use somewhere, but I feel like it's just a waste of card and a waste of time. I hate Christmas cards.
Consumerism, yeah.
Consumerism, how dare they? What about you? I'll go more in depth because there's a few other things I hate about Christmas as well.
For me, if I could take anything out of it, there's two things. Main thing is the bloody carol singers.
Yes.
It has to be carol singers. No, we've been in England for how long? Well, all my whole life, and every year there's either one program, a commercial. There's always got one rendition of every bloody Christmas carol of all sorts, and it's just a pain in the ass to hear. I just want to hear something different or nothing at all.
Yes. I agree with and Christmas songs as well in general. Like, you remember a few years back when people were trying to get Rage Against the Machine to number 1 in the UK?
Oh, again?
No, like a few years back, but like, I agree with that. I think that should be it. You know, it shouldn't be some stupid Christmas song. It should be just normal, business as usual.
Yeah, for me, like the Christmas songs I don't mind. I'm fed up of is it Slade with Noddy?
I know Slade. I know who Slade is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
what's that song?
What you mean?
It's yeah, he just shouts, "It's Christmas."
This is Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I don't mind is Wizard. Wish it was Christmas every day. I don't mind that one.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I don't really like Christmas songs in general. I do like Fairy Tale of New York, and there has been some controversy recently regarding that song. Apparently, some radio station has come out and said, we're not playing the version that has swear words in, which I don't really care about myself. and I don't really know why people have, created such a fuss over it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't want to listen to it, just don't listen to the radio station. But yeah, I'm glad that things are starting to get back to normal. That's a sign of normality when people are complaining about stupid stuff.
Yeah, or it could be a sign that it's getting worse.
Yeah, people are just getting crazier.
Well, yeah, they're locked up. They need something. Like my bread's square.
How dare they make my bread square? It's not artisan.
There was actually a complaint with the Sainsbury's commercial because it had a black family and no other races. So there's complaints like they should be called Blackberry now. I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, wow.
What?
It's like, what?
What? So if they whitewash an advert, then that's
Then
fine.
it's fine.
But
It's
because
fine.
it was a family of black people, that's
Yeah,
not okay.
Yeah, so
That's
I was
just
thinking
racist.
Sainsbury should take like the high road, make a new commercial with every other race and religion except for Christians, Catholics, and white people, just for jokes, just to see what happens. Then everyone else can out themselves on Twitter and whatever when they tag Sainsbury in it.
Yes, that's not a bad idea.
Because that's not the Christmas spirit is for everyone, isn't it?
Exactly, it's supposed to be a holiday for everybody. I don't, and I'm going to go sort of political here for a second, and it's completely off topic. But this big thing around, we need to be able to be out of a lockdown before Christmas. That to me is just so ridiculous, especially when other religious holidays have been thwarted by lockdowns. Like, why select one
Yeah,
to be? Yeah,
I agree with this. Like when I saw like news articles like, Boris needs to end lockdown by December or he's out. It's like, what is Boris going to control when things go back to normal? It was just our leader. So no,
exactly.
It was just down to England's prime minister for the current situation. And when he says it's fine to go out again, everything's going to be back to normal.
Exactly right. The amount of people, and like I say, I've been out quite a bit since lockdown for work, not for personal reasons. And the amount of people that are just walking down Oxford Street, just out on the streets, just clearly not abiding by the social distancing or the lockdown itself, is just crazy. People just do not care. And if they think that for a second that, these restrictions are no longer going to be in place after, December 2nd or December 4th, whenever it's supposed to expire, you have to abide by the rules during that period of time, or else they're going to be extended. Yeah. The only thing I'm frustrated with the government for is the fact that they're not fining people. I think there should be checks and stuff in place at sort of key locations, maybe. And if people are, you can't prove that you're going to this place for work reasons, right? Or this couldn't have been done remotely, then they should be fined.
Yeah, I would have thought, because when I come into the office to do some work and whatever, but I would see on the way towards Central, there would be police, like they was told they were going to be. They're not doing anything. It doesn't look like they've been told to do anything. Like, actually, why don't you just do some random checks? Then word of mouth gets around. Like, actually, don't go down that area. Because everyone seems to be trying to work their way around everything rather than thinking, actually, it's kind of serious.
Actually, maybe I should stay at home and protect other people.
Yeah.
But people are just so self-centered; they just don't care, and it's bloody annoying. Especially the people that think that, I can just get on the train without a mask on. Like, what the hell? Like the amount of time. I tell you what, I've been, like I say, I've been into central London, more than a dozen times over the past couple of weeks. I've been on the train, and every time I think there's been at least two people within the vicinity of me that I can see that don't have a mask on. Like, how are these people not being fined?
How are they getting onto the trains? I thought all TfL staff were blocking them, or it was being checked. The ones who have to work.
The one that annoyed me the most was there was a guy who had got on the train with a mask on, and then proceeded to take it off and then just put it on his lap. Like, what's the point? Like you've achieved nothing, and you're basically hurting everybody else.
Yeah, and then there's those who get negative tests, and they assume that having a negative test means that they're immune.
They're negative. Oh, they don't need to self-isolate. They don't need to do anything. They're protected against.
Yeah.
Like, it's just stupid. But anyway, enough about Rona.
Back to Christmas.
Back to Christmas, yes. Other
Christmas
things
cards.
that I hate. Yeah, Christmas cards for one. And I don't really like the idea of presents and stuff like that. What I take from Christmas, for me at least anyway, is the whole idea of you're a family and you're together, right? The togetherness of it. You go meet with friends even, go meet with family, everybody's together. I know I'm just contradicting what I'm saying about Rona, but that's what I take out of Christmas, you know, is the fact that you get together with people that you know, and it's the sesh, right? It's basically the sesh, but it's week long and everybody's off work. If we can't do that due to COVID, no, I said the wrong word. If you can't do that due to this, then so be it, right? It's just 1 year. What's 1 year gonna do?
Yeah.
Getting out of the political side of it. Yeah, like every other part of Christmas, I couldn't really care about. It's the fact that it's just a week where you get to see family, and you get to do, you know, nothing because you're off work, and that's it.
The other thing I'd get rid of, I don't know if you call it a modern tradition now, but the fact that Christmas sort of starts after Guy Fawkes in this country.
Yeah, oh yeah. I that really annoys me.
Yeah, it's
really
everywhere in
pisses
the
me
shops. I mean, it's also the same with other holidays like Easter, but like this is proper prolific. Well, Easter's worse. I'm sure I've seen Easter eggs in like petrol stations and whatnot in like December.
Probably, yeah. That sounds about right. But like, the difference is Christmas gets shoved down your throat. You know, as soon as Halloween's over, it's like, yes, here we go. Christmas songs everywhere. Every shop you go into, everywhere's bloody playing Christmas songs. McDonald's have got their Christmas menu out, and it's the start of November. Like, come on, it's just stupid.
Every commercial you see, get this gift for your loved one. Christmas tree's already out, and then they still stay mostly till February anyway. Yeah. Might as well leave it up all year if that's the case.
You might as well.
It's just a light now.
I noticed when I walked down the road earlier, the Christmas tree selling people have put their thing up. Actually, this was, I say earlier, but this was like last week when I noticed it. But they've got this outside the church down the road from us. They sell like authentic Christmas trees and stuff. Like,
are those essential items?
December. They're not. Yeah, exactly. They're not essential items.
So
how are they getting away with that?
Not to get us wrong, we don't hate Christmas. It's just being in a country which Christmas is sort of tradition and linked to religion as well, and there's certain cultural things that happen. There are some annoyances that come with it. So
yes, there are definitely some annoyances with it. Oh, you know, I will. I just want to go into Americans for a second, right? They decorate their houses absolutely brilliantly. Like, I mean, it's over the top. And I know that face you were pulling there sounds like you were expecting me to say something else there. But I was talking to somebody from the Philippines who had been to America a few times. And she was saying how over the top they go for Halloween and stuff. And just some of the things that they do, I'm just in awe of. I think it's absolutely incredible how well they decorate their houses. I mean, they can go over the top, and there's a lot of examples of that happening. But I feel like they do it in just they get into the spirit of it so much, and it's great.
I don't know if I like it because many years ago it was nice. It was like a community feel, and sometimes you see it in England as well. Not maybe American people live here, whatever. When they put up the lights and stuff, or even if it's not Christmas and it's like Olympic stuff, you put up your flags. But I don't ever get a sense of community in London anyway. It's always if I did see a Christmas tree and stuff, everyone's still closing their doors and not like no one really says hello. So I was like, if you're showing you've got such Christmas spirit, like, you should at least it should come out of your pores in some way, not just I'm putting it up for the sake of it.
I do miss that about home. Like, wherever you go, everybody says Merry Christmas.
Yeah, everyone's very
How's it
polite and
going?
yeah,
It's an opportunity for conversation.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, down here,
No, you don't get none of that
I had
shit.
my first time being down here for Christmas was last year. Because before then, I've just gone back up to my family. And other than the day, right, where you see a couple of family members, it's it's just over. That's it. You get the one day of like celebrate. And the rest of it is just like, oh, you're just off work, yay!
To add to the traditional stuff, I don't mind about Christmas cards. I know some people. I don't like the Christmas cards where it'll be like to blah blah have Merry Christmas. I don't mind if it's like a letter form. It's a real like. Because sometimes it's hard to put it over a phone. It's easier to write down how you truly want to talk to people. I like that kind of feel. But the one thing I hate about Christmas cards is glitter. The amount of times I've
Yes.
got glitter everywhere, or it's on baubles. And if my family's got the tree up, I don't even go near that tree sometimes. And as soon as it's like what December time, glitter appears from nowhere.
Yeah,
It's like I've not touched glitter in the last few days. What's happened?
Where's this come from? Yeah. Oh no, I totally agree. I totally agree. Glitter and stuff like that. It's okay on Christmas Day because you're usually smashed, but any time before or after that, no, how dare they?
Another tradition that I want to get rid of is turkey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, turkey
I feel
is
like turkey is
difficult to cook.
very.
It's dry. It's tasteless.
I mean, it can be cooked the right way, but I just feel it's overrated. Why do you have to have a turkey? And I'm curious for Americans as well. Like, you just had Thanksgiving, and you're having another one.
Don't they have holiday ham instead?
Do they? Do they not have turkey as well?
I don't
Or
think so. I
both?
think that's Thanksgiving, and then the rest
Yeah,
of
then
it's like
well, they have ham on
and stuff.
Christmas. I thought they
Yeah,
had turkey at both. Really?
I think so. Yeah, I could be wrong,
Hmm.
but I'm pretty sure it's ham. I always hear about holiday ham and stuff. That's a thing I could get behind as well, like a good ham. But I also like the idea of having like a roast, not like a roast beef, should I say, but like a proper nice like rib roast type thing. You spend a bit of
Yeah.
money on it, it's decent, rather than crappy bit of turkey that has been frozen for 30 days and tastes like dry chicken.
Mm. I guess my last rant is about presents. I feel like there's no feel in it anymore, especially for like kids. Kids just fucking demand what they want nowadays. It's never like how it would be, where the parents would sort of find a way to figure out what you bloody wanted, and then will give you a gift. I don't like the. Yeah, it's nice to say this gift is from Santa, but I feel it's important that the child should know that it was actually you. I mean, eventually, you should tell them.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
eventually,
me.
yeah. I like the idea of the secrecy of it.
Yeah,
But I
I
do
don't like.
agree. But I feel
I
like
don't
that's
like the
just lazy
spoiled
parenting.
kids. Yeah, like it was like I promised, like we had today in the meet. I promised the child a PS5 and stuff. It's like, why? You should just get them a gift.
Yeah.
Or you don't even have to get one. They should be happy that you're there.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But again, that's down to how the kid was raised and
Yeah. Oh,
what kind of
Christmas is
parent you
about
are.
presents.
But no, Christmas isn't about
It's
presents.
not.
It's
It's
about
not about.
people.
It's not about giving. It's about taking.
Yes. Right. Well, I think we've shit on Christmas for too long.
Yeah,
So,
I actually like Christmas, but there
I
are a
like
lot of
Christmas
things
as well.
I want to change. Cool. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, topic number 2. What are we going to crap all over now? Let's see. Oh, yes. So, do one-day delivery service make you impatient? So, for me, I have a real-world example of this. If you watched last week's episode, you'll know that I have I'm getting a new PC. I've got some of the parts already. I'm still waiting on a few others to come. But this is particularly about things like Amazon Prime, right? In the UK, we get next day shipping as part of Amazon Prime. And I feel like you become so dependent, or at least impatient, because of the fact that you're so used to just being able to click a button and go, oh, yes, that's coming in 2 hours. It's coming in, I'll come tomorrow morning, right? Whereas I've had to deal with the hardship of ordering something on Tuesday and it not coming till next Monday. And, it's really pissed me off. It was getting to the point where this morning I was on the phone with DPD trying to ask them if they could do a Saturday delivery because they had the package. Like, I'm just so impatient because of it. And I've ordered a new CPU as well, which isn't going to come probably until mid-December. And every day I'm finding myself checking for updates to see where the stock levels are and what's happening with it. And yes, it's sad, but I feel like this is because of Amazon Prime. I'm blaming Amazon for all this.
I feel
How
like
dare you, Jeff?
I feel like it's true for a lot of things. I think with advancements in how we do things now, no one wants to bloody wait for anything. I mean, easy case would be internet.
Yes.
No one can go back to dial-up right now. No way. No one should experience fiber, or good fiber that doesn't go down regularly, is going to love dial-up.
Exactly, yeah. And I gave you a prime example of this earlier. So I have a decent internet connection at home. I have just over 600 megs down, and
Business line in this house.
business line. Need it for the redundancy, you know. But the point is that I work on, we're both in IT. We both work in IT. A lot of the time we work on clients' machines, and they don't have the same level of service that I would have at home. And this has become especially true in recent months with people working from home. Beforehand, it wasn't too bad because a lot of the time they would be in an office space with a decent connection, but now everybody's sort of reliant on their home connection, which potentially isn't as good as what their office would be, and definitely not as good as what I currently have right now. With a couple of exceptions, people do have FTTP. Cool, fine. A lot of the time, you're waiting for shit, constantly. We're waiting for updates to download, waiting for programs to download, waiting for this to download, and it's gone back to the point where, I don't know, I'm just so frustrated with it. It just really annoys me. And again, this is a thing where, because I've been exposed to a better level of service, and you know that it's available. Like, that's the thing that annoys me, is that this thing is available to you, but you choose to not use it. And fine, I get that some services are more expensive than others. But that normally isn't the case. If you've chosen ADSL, but you can get VDSL as well, then you're an idiot. Because it costs the same. 90% of the time, they want you to move over to VDSL. If you choose anything else, then you're an idiot. Because you can get it. And yes, there are exceptions to this as well, where people don't have that service available in the area. But there are alternatives that are faster. A lot of the time you can get 4G, which will be faster, and it's probably just as cheap. So just because you haven't done your bloody research doesn't mean that I have to bloody put up with the stupid, slow internet connection that you have.
So to associate with Tom, you have to have fiber at least over 30 megs down, which I have, which is lucky. Going back to the that rant was amazing. Going back to the delivery stuff, I do feel like we're getting impatient as a species, and everything's becoming too automated. Everyone's getting used to automation. Even older generations are getting used to it now.
Yes.
I do feel like we're getting closer to the Wall-E situation.
Yeah, I definitely am at home. It annoys me when I have to stand up and turn off a light switch.
Are you waiting for your floating chair?
I'm waiting for the floating chair. Yeah.
And there's lines and everything,
Exactly.
which you don't even need to look at. The machines are looking at.
Yeah, it's just going to take me. I'm going to think about where I want to be, and I'm just going to end up there. Like that's the idea. That's the end goal, right? It seriously does annoy me if I have to get up off the sofa to turn the light switch on, or if I have to find the TV remote rather than just using my phone.
It it annoys me if I'm settled and I've done it to myself. I don't get annoyed that it's far. I get annoyed like, oh, why did I get comfortable now? I need to do this. I don't get annoyed about the distance. I get annoyed that I fucked up my routine.
Yeah, well, I agree with that, and I'm not saying like it's physically intense for me to stand up and turn on a light switch, but I mean like it annoys me the fact that I have to do it when I know that I shouldn't have, which is sad because of what I'm saying. And I realise now when I'm saying it out loud that it makes me sound so arrogant, but that's not the point. The point is, this stuff is available to you, so why not use it?
I feel like if we had arms that could extend, you still wouldn't turn it off directly. You'd use some tool with a gesture motion to turn it off.
Probably. But again, it comes down to that's the thing. It's not because you're lazy. It's because it's easier to do it that way. So why would you do it the other way?
No, I agree with that. I feel like that links to cheating in general. Like, people cheat in tests and get caught. They're bad at cheating. Most of human lives are involved in cheating. This is the real way to do it. However, this is an easier route, so we just cheated.
Yeah, if you can take the easy route and it takes you half the time to do it, then why not? Like, if I can just say, voice assistant, turn on light, then that's easier than having to get up and do it.
So, I feel it's important that it's good to know the easy route, but you should also know the hard route, or understand a part of it, at least.
Exactly. If you don't know how to turn a light switch on, then you don't deserve to have an automatic light switch.
That's what I think is part of the problem nowadays with automation. No one's actually trying to understand the hard route or what happened beforehand or how we had it before. Everyone's just going the easy route, and if something don't work, everyone just blows up. It's not loading this for us. Is it still loading? Yes, but
yes, but that's just your speed or other thing. See, that's why I think I like the amount of time that I have saved overall by not having to stand up and turn off a light switch is probably about negative 3,000 hours, right? I have probably the amount of time that I spend tinkering with my Home Assistant shit and making different automations and stuff outweighs phenomenally the amount of time it would have just taken me to just bloody stand up and turn a light switch on. It's a hobbyist thing, so I accept it. But for the average person, right, where you just plug in a light bulb and turn on a hub and you're off to the races, that's good. I like how easy they've made it for everybody. Hello, I waste my time.
Tom automates, then automates the automation.
Yeah, exactly. I like to do stupid things. Like, at one point, my washing machine could turn on the kitchen lights if you kicked it.
I've actually seen evidence of this. This is true.
Exactly. It's wicked. You just have a motion sensor on top of it, and you give it a kick, and it turns the light switches on. Probably not a good thing for the washing machine, but it did work. It's just stupid things like that. Making your life easier. Oh, you imagine, you're doing the dishes, your hands are wet. Oh, it's getting pretty dark. What do I need to do to turn the lights on? Kick. Oh, there they are. Job done.
It might not be as bad as you think of an invention of sorts.
See, you got to come up with these weird ideas. They make life easier. Make life easier.
No, I'm sure like in safety areas and stuff where you can't be using your hands, nudging it with like a protected boot.
Exactly. You imagine you're doing surgery, right? You don't want to get your hands messy. You just kick the bed the patient's on and turns the lights on and zooms in. I don't know.
It does the operation for you too.
It just does it for you, yeah. There you go. I'm getting tired. Can you just take over, robot?
And it does it better than you could.
And it just does it better than you could.
Then to make sure that the machine doesn't take your job, you finish the last bit, which makes it look like a botched job, but it makes it look human. Then you keep your job. I didn't mean like destroying someone's life or something. I mean making it look like a human touch. If you look too perfect, why are you working?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Why would you even have like a human in the room
Yeah,
to begin with? If,
because
the
I
job
think
was just going to be done perfectly.
with automation, it's going to be machines taking certain roles, then humans can repair those machines, and then it'll be machines repairing those, and then the human element is less needed,
Yes.
except for
Yes.
certain technical bits. If we get to that stage, it's going to be bad because it'd be nice to have a human element left, just in case things don't work out.
Yes. Human backup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to go back to the original question, yes, Amazon has made me impatient. That wasn't the question. I don't care.
That was basically the statement. But yeah, for me, I don't think I've become more impatient. I'm just aware that I expect things faster.
Yeah.
The only thing if they can magically improve microwaves or make microwaves tell real time when they're heating up stuff, I'd be impressed. Microwave time seems slower than it should be. It's really annoying.
Oh, just a wild tangent here. Did you know that most microwaves, have an auto reheat feature, and it'll turn the microwave off with a sensor when it's finished, when it like creates steam from the thing, so it reheats it to the perfect amount every time.
That's impressive.
And most microwaves have this. Like, but just people just
Yeah,
are used
no,
to
everyone
pressing.
does cooks or overcooks their food, but most have defrost options and certain things for different foods.
Yeah, they can
Yeah,
do
they
loads
actually
of
work.
stuff. They're really cool.
Mm.
But yeah, that's a topic for another day. Microwaves. Cool.
Moving
Let's
on.
let's move on. Yeah. Topic number 3. Okay, what's it going to be? Something interesting. Do you remember your dreams? So Dean asked me this question yesterday, and I said yes. And Dean is going to take the lead here, so I can remember.
Yeah, I was having random bants with Tom, which is like the birth of our podcast anyway. It was random bants at work. Just had the thought, like, do you ever remember dreams? Like, I remember dreams from a long time ago, or I have recurring dreams, or sometimes my dreams continue. Maybe not the very next day, or maybe the same sleeping session. I say it as if I book a time to sleep.
Well, the thing, when you said that, then the only thing I could think of was, like, oh, when you wake up.
Going back to what I was saying.
Sorry.
Yeah, sometimes the dreams will continue from like I'd have a dream maybe a year ago, and that scenario happens again, and it's not the same dream. Like people have recurring dreams, or they seen the same dream before. It would be just bloody continue my dreams. Yeah, I've been here, or I'd have I don't know what you'd call it. It's not really deja vu. It's more like a future sight thing. Have you ever had those dreams?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I've had dreams about things that like
are yet to happen.
Yeah,
I've had a few of them, and it's really messed me up. I've had dreams of being in in the classroom with other people, and I was in primary school at the time, and then I went into year 7, and then I realized what was about to happen next. It's like, wait, I recognize this. I recognize
the scene. Yeah,
how is that possible?
I had a weird, very similar to what you've just said. I was already in secondary school. I remember having a dream about a conversation, and then literally like 2 days later, the conversation happened. Like it was about something random, like it was irrelevant. It was about a game or something.
Yeah, but you recall it, and you're like, or I've had situations. No, people say like deja vu where they instantly have a response or something, but mine are really. It's not like mine is more future stuff. Like I remember having a dream about being outside and pulling out a sliding phone, and then how many years later I'm outside with a Nokia slider, maybe a 62, whatever it was. I'm like, and I knew what someone was about to say next, and they said it. I was like, that's weird. Okay, cool. Because it was like normally we used to play outside, and then people would go back up for Simpsons or EastEnders, whatever, when EastEnders was still good. Sorry for those who like it still. But yeah, I knew what he was about to say, and I was like, that's really freaky. And I saw the phone, and I was like, the phone, yeah, this is the phone.
It's just the phone from all those moons ago.
Yeah, and how would I dream up technology that didn't exist yet?
I have a similar example. It's not about a phone or whatever, but I remember in a dream once I explored this house. I walked over to this house and I went inside and had a look around. And then years later, I remember my dad talking about a very similar thing. We were talking about dreams and stuff. He was like, "Oh yeah, I remember going to this house one time with like these stones outside and walking up to it, and we'd had the like almost exactly the same dream.
Yeah.
And then we were driving across. I can't remember what the name of the road is, but we looked to the right. This was again like a year or so later, and we both see this house, and like we both look at each other,
It's
like
familiar.
it's like, that's a bit
Can't
weird.
be. Can't be, can it?
It can't really be that thing that we both had a like separate dream about at different points in our life. I don't know.
Do you feel everyone's actually explored that? I'm sure this happened to many people and it's put off. Maybe like your memory is tricking you. Like when you see things as a child, if you actually view the scenario as an adult, it probably plays out differently than how you remember it. But then still,
so.
it's too strange to be just a weird coincidence of memories being like that. It's like there must be some meaning behind it. Why would so many people around the world have the same thing at one point?
I would imagine so. I think it's probably just either coincidental or you just misremember something and like you add details in.
And then I could understand the ones where it's like you'd have dreams about places you've been to, but if there's nowhere you've been to before and something you haven't experienced, how can that be explained? You couldn't have made up that scenario yourself.
That's true. That's true. Or maybe again, like you're saying, it's kids misremembering stuff. Especially, I mean, this doesn't apply to your example of using your phone, but you could quite easily have been somewhere as a kid.
Yeah.
And then you go there again as an adult, and it's just like, oh, deja vu, nostalgia, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Oh, I dreamt about this once.
I actually had one the other day. I opened the fridge and I was talking to, I think it was my sister, and I was like, wait, did you already say that to me? Because I was thinking, wait, weren't we just talking about that? And she's like, no.
That is weird.
Maybe my dreams are just weird, I don't know. I actually don't have lucid dreams. I've never had a lucid dream.
I remember having at least one lucid dream. I just remember flying. Well, that's it. I've never managed it. Flying through the sky. I've never had another one.
How do your flying dreams end? Mine always end abruptly, where I'm falling.
No, I wouldn't say that. No, I just flying.
You just wake up.
I just wake up. Yeah.
Because there's also those dreams where you wake up and you sort of feel the experience. You ever get that shock, like when you're falling, you ever get that shock where it feels like you've just been dropped onto your bed?
Yes, I do. That like, it's like in the pit of your stomach type. Yeah, I've had that a few times. Do you ever have dreams that you wake up and something in the dream happened that made you angry, and you wake up and you're angry?
I had one where I was just confused, like, why would that happen? Why would I even dream that? I knew it was a dream. I wasn't reacting to it. I was reacting like, why would I feel that way? I was just really confused. I've had dreams where I've been sad. I've woken up sad and it's like, why did I have to show myself that?
Yeah. I've had stuff like that as well, where you end up dreaming about something. Yeah, like you say, you wake up sad or emotional. But yeah, I've had it a few times. I just, especially like if you are proper in a proper deep sleep and you wake up. There's been times where I've been like, it was like Saturday in a dream. Where it's like I wake up and it's like, why is my alarm going off? It's Saturday, and that type of thing. Blend together.
Yeah.
What about nightmares?
I had a weird nightmare. I think it was maybe 2 years ago, maybe last year. I can't remember. I remember what happened. It's in the dream, and I don't remember the first nightmare, but I woke up out of that, but I was still fucking dreaming. So it continued. So I woke up out of a scary fucking dream to another one.
Oh, great.
So it's really messed up. And I'm not really affected by horror stuff except for werewolves. Werewolves are my like go-to. The change is what messes me up. I don't like seeing the change. Afterwards and before, I don't give a fuck. It's the change, like the skin changing, it freaks me out. But this one was like ghosts one. So I turned over on my bed. So this is waking up out of the dream, but I was still dreaming. And then someone came across me, and I thought it was my missus. I was like, wait, I'm in England right now. Who is it? And it was like this creepy. It felt cold. What grabbed me?
Oh, no.
And it was a hand. And then when I woke up, my head was in the pillow, face down, and my hands were dead. My arms were dead because I was asleep. So I couldn't get up out of that position. I was like, am I gonna fucking die right now? So I tried to move, and it brought the cover over my head, so I couldn't breathe for a bit. I was like, what the fuck is this? I just had this fucked up dream, and now I can't breathe. I'm awake. So trying not to break my arms, because you know how because it's right up against like the bedpost.
Yes.
If it was lower down, I could be able to roll, but the cover's somehow tight on me as well. Why did I tuck myself in? I was like, you know?
That's the kind of shit that makes you not want to fall asleep at night.
Yeah. So I woke up, and then I sort of had to do this weird roll and try to fall off the bed, but then it was folded in such a way I had to force it without breaking my arms because I couldn't feel them. Because you know you can't feel your arms, you twist them in a weird way, so I'm trying not to break my arms and roll out of bed to get my face out the fucking pillow. And then I breathed, I was like, fucking hell. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Because I knew I just woke out of a nightmare to that cold feeling. I could still feel the cold feeling on me. I was like, what's going on? What the fuck is going on?
That's creepy as fuck.
It is, right?
For me, nightmares. I had a recurring one when I was a kid. It was like I was just being chased through the house by bees. And like bees don't bother me.
Small?
No, just small ones, but like a swarm of them.
Oh, like a big swarm.
Yeah, and I just remember being chased around the house. And that's it. That was just the dream. It was just that.
Did they ever get to you? Was that when you woke up?
No, they never got to me. I just kept on running.
Was it the noise and stuff, or was it like one of those? Not like a cartoon, but you know how cartoons exaggerate how big. Was it like one of those big, massive fucking swarms or whatever?
Oh yeah. It was like that. Yeah. And there was like different parts. Like sometimes I'd see my dog in there, and then like sometimes family members would be in there and stuff. It was just weird, but it was one of those that just would consistently happen.
Were you the only target?
Huh?
Were you the only target?
Yeah. I don't know why. Wow. It was weird, but I haven't had that dream in years now.
Mm-hmm. I've always some dreams are so good. Sometimes I wish I wrote them down. The ones that are really good, when I wake up, they start fading instantly. And others, I go for a period of months without remembering any, because you always dream. Your brain's always got activity going on, but I never remembered any dreams for like, I think once it happened for a whole year. Nothing.
Don't remember anything.
Nightmares, nothing. Don't remember anything.
I don't really remember dreams. Like, if you told me what I dreamt about last night, I wouldn't be able to tell you. If you'd asked me in the morning, then maybe I would have been able to tell you. But I do sort of, it drops off very quickly. But I know I've dreamt something. I think that the weirdest thing is when you go to sleep and you just wake up again. And there's nothing in between.
That's scary.
It's weird. It's scary and weird.
Yeah, because when you have like a dream or something you can't really remember, it means you really did sleep. Whereas the other one just feels like you've just turned off and on.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And like you think, what would have happened? Like, how do I know what today is? except for the other people around me.
So, have you ever just? I think this has happened to me once, right? Where you blink, and then you wake up again, and that's it. Like it's the morning. Where you didn't feel rested or anything.
Yeah.
That's weird. And it's awful. You feel like crap for the next day.
I've always wanted to, if I can write down dreams or something, go to find a few websites or ask someone, tell me about my dreams. Why the fuck did I try to kill myself in my sleep? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
My face was in the pillow for so long, that's what woke me up, because I couldn't fucking breathe, most likely. So my body was trying to get me awake. Otherwise, would I have just suffocated?
Maybe.
Self-asphyxiation in bed. Fuck's sake.
Autoerotic asphyxiation in bed, yeah.
With my arms on the
Oh
pillow.
no, can't move my arms. I don't know, like, I would like to think, yeah, that maybe one day I would like to start recording my dreams. I think it's very interesting. But again, I think they're quite personal a lot of the time.
Yeah, I don't believe in some things, but I'd like to see if someone can try to explain something. Maybe a psychiatrist, some random person, and anyone to do with like horoscopes or something, or runes, like one of those things, or tarot cards. And then I could take something from all of them and say, they've all said this. Maybe that's a correlation point. Maybe this one makes sense. If you get one person from each field saying this similar thing, then most likely that is true.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, or is it just a collection of crazy people?
They're all working together and I'm being scammed.
It's also quite possible.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to do one final topic for the day?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Or maybe two, depending on how quick this one is. We'll see. Okay, topic number 4.
What do people think is weird about you?
Wow.
Do you even think there's anything weird about yourself?
I don't know. I guess probably. I think the beard and the hair right now probably isn't helping.
So your appearance?
My appearance, yes. My appearance is weird right now. I think sometimes I can scrub up. But I like to wear messy clothes. I don't really care too much about what people think about me anyway. So I'm not too bothered. Maybe I can come across as anxious sometimes. I don't know. I mean, it's a bit different for you because we've known each other for almost 3 years. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, you don't seem weird to me, based on myself.
Yeah, you're fucking nuts. So
Yeah. For me, I feel like if you don't really know me, I guess you probably think I was quiet or something. I don't really. I go about my business. If I've got nothing to do with you, I go about my business. If you start to get to know me, you'll realize I have weird thoughts.
weird thoughts,
Not
dark
like
humor.
people talking to me. The dark humor is the funniest one because people don't expect it.
Yeah, and it just comes out.
It comes up,
Especially after a couple of beers.
after a couple of beers,
reveals
dark humor's out, no tact. I have a lot of sarcasm, and my humor is very dark and deadpan. I don't really laugh, unless it makes me laugh. Sometimes I'll just crack up about my own jokes.
Yeah.
I also tell jokes that are thinkers and sort of time bombs, and they don't really go, "Oh, right, that was smart." It's like, now I understand. I feel shit. I've been brought down to your level. My brother knows about this. I know. I guess I'm quite weird.
I don't know. It's a very difficult question to self-evaluate yourself, I guess. Because to you, you are, who you are, and you can't really decide whether you're weird. Because to you, you're probably not weird.
Yeah, because like the people who tell you tell you stuff in a bad way, you wouldn't listen to them anyway. So you're probably going over the people who like you can have good relationships with in some sort, and then their reactions to you. But that's not everyone's reaction. I guess I don't know. Probably a similar thing with Tom. I don't always dress nicely. I just chuck shit on. I can clean up well. With a shave, haircut, and everything else, I can look good. Maybe my thought process is weird. The way I think about stuff can be. I feel like I'm quite logical.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think yeah, exactly same. Like, I guess we're very similar in our weirdness level.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of our humor comes up the same. If we are on like a messaging app or whatever, one of us has typed it before the other one said it, sort of thing. We're about to say the same thing, or joke in the same area, or find issues with the same things.
The bad taste joke. Whoever says it first, you know.
Yeah. From an outside view, recovering alcoholic, I guess. We drank so much.
We did, yeah, we really did. Like, that was probably the weirdest part about us. The fact we drank like nothing else.
Yeah. I guess maybe weird about how old I really am, depending on who I interact with.
Oh, same. I have the opposite problem with you, though.
Really?
Maybe people think you're younger than you are, but people think I'm older than I am.
Yeah. Maybe it's because of the way you speak, Tom. If you're listening on audio only to Tom, like most people do in the podcast, or if you're on the phone to Tom, he doesn't sound his age.
Thank you. What, in terms of tone of voice, or?
You sound very mature, head screwed on, if you're talking about normal topics. Even when you're slightly joking, like even on the podcast right now, you're still giving a level of professionalism, whereas I just don't care.
So you're saying I should just let... Yeah, but the thing is, if I let loose, then all hell goes... You know, it's just like, suddenly we're making those bad taste jokes and stuff out loud, and maybe... I have said some things that would probably have offended a few people in the time that we've done this, in the 20 episodes that we've done so far. But I feel like even then, I still restrained from going too hard.
Yeah, we haven't gone like... No, we've just sort of started the entrance into the... You just seen the entrance to the darkness, really, to be honest.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to get darker until at one point we're going to be called anti-Semitic or something. Or
something. Yeah, because to be honest, I'm on the wavelength with some comedians out there. I feel like dark humour is the way to bring everyone together, to be honest. If you can laugh about certain situations and try to understand them in a new light, you can sort of overcome them or get past them.
Yes.
And start to understand each other more.
Yes.
Whereas tiptoeing around situations continues to leave that situation as it is.
Yeah, exactly. You're not dealing with anything then.
No, it's not being dealt with. It's just being packed in a box. And when you open it every now and then, everyone gets upset.
Yeah. Whereas if you just abuse the shit out of it, then eventually everybody just accepts it.
It becomes norm, and it no longer is an issue.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it doesn't become a joke, but it's not as heavy as it was once before.
Exactly.
I don't think anything else is too weird about me. I'm sure there's something there.
How about this, right? Never done this before. In the comment section below, tell us what's weird about us.
Oh god.
This isn't an r/roast me. This is a tell us what's weird.
Yeah.
And we'll have that as the question of the week. What's weird about us? That's easy.
Yeah.
Cool. I think we're at that stage in the game here where we've probably got like 5 minutes to spare.
5 minutes to spare.
Do we just do a quick topic? I kind of want to talk about, do I want sausages or...
Cool, let's do it. We've just spun the wheel, not really. Let's do it now. Sausages or burgers?
Cool. If I have a sausage burger, does that count?
No.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean, like a
Yeah.
sausage patty. So as part of this, what we're saying is, we can no longer
Form
have breakfast
factor.
sandwiches.
Yeah. So
So
you can have. It's the form factor. It's not the meat. It's the form
okay,
factor.
okay. So if I have a patty that is seasoned like a sausage, and then put it in a sandwich, so it's a burger, is that allowed?
No, no technicalities. We're just going pure. It's pork. If it's a beef sausage, it's a beef sausage. It's not like got a meaty texture to it. It's a sausage. Sausage or burgers, of course. It could be veggie burgers, impossible burgers, and stuff. If you have to choose one and only one, like you can no longer eat the other one. I mean, can you all eat other takeaways and stuff, but like,
I thought this was going to be easy. I thought it was going to win on the breakfast sandwich technicality. Be okay.
I guess we'll include hot dogs and sausages as well. I guess and the wieners, whatever. Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think I'm going to have to go burger.
Yeah.
I love a sausage sandwich, and I love just like bangers and mash and all that stuff, and just sausages are so versatile for just throwing into things. But how easy is it to just have a burger?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, because no burgers.
Yeah, you ruling out like fast food,
Yeah,
basically.
fast food. You're gone unless all you got is what chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
Chicken burgers are gone because that's burger in the format. The whole formula of a burger, like bread, meat, and whatever. You can have the meat separately and the bread separately, but you can't have it in the burger format. That's
yeah, exactly. So you eliminating quite a lot of things. So I feel like that's the only reason why I would go. Otherwise, sausage all the way. But I feel like it's just so easy to have a burger that it would just make everything else so difficult.
For me, based on what I had recently from a chip shop and what I used to get from chip shops when I was a kid, sausage and batters, man. I gotta keep the sausages. I gotta keep sausages, man.
Damn, man.
And
Damn.
black pudding, is that technically a sausage as well? Or is it
I
just
guess
black
in some
pudding?
areas it's called blood sausage. So
So it's vague. We won't include that. That
vague
gets to be
area.
eaten.
I guess you're also missing out on things like chorizo.
Chorizo is a sausage, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the continental meats in Sainsbury's or wherever it is.
Salami and
Yeah, liver sausage.
fuck. So all cured meat, basically, or
All cured
many
meat,
cured
essentially, except for what cooked ham and other bits. Damn, that is a lot. I didn't even think that far. That is a lot of meat.
Now I want to change my answer.
Even like German sausages and stuff, like in like Winter Wonderland, people get like the different.
I will sacrifice burgers for sausage. I need
Sausages beat
my
burgers.
German hot dog once a year at Christmas.
Have you ever had that hot dog crust Domino's pizza?
Yes, I have. I have indeed.
I feel that it beats the burger one.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That burger was the Pizza Hut. Did they do the
Pizza Hut had the burger one, then there was a burger pizza as well. But I thought the hot dog crust was just amazing. And they had the
that's
mustard
good.
as well. The mustard dip.
Yes, that was so much better. Okay, so yeah, because the burger one had like pickles and stuff on the pizza, and that's just awful. Was that Papa
Yeah.
John's? I feel like Papa John's did something like that recently.
Maybe Papa John's.
But yes. Okay, sausages have won me back.
Sausages have beaten burgers.
Sausages have beaten burgers definitively. Sorry, everybody who loves burgers. Sausages are just plainly better. And from the end of next week, you will no longer be able to have a burger.
Yeah.
Cool. God, we blasted through that one really quickly. Once I realised all the things I was going to lose out on for not having sausages.
Yeah, it's when you think about it, it's like, all the sandwiches I cannot eat now.
Yeah, it's like, I will sacrifice McDonald's to be able to have salami. It's just too much of a thing to give up. Like, and chorizo and things. It's just so good.
For sure.
Okay. Well, I think that probably brings us to the end. I'm not going to list our sausage thing as a topic, I don't. because we just sort of blasted through it very quickly and we didn't spin the wheel for it, so it doesn't technically count.
We'll list it as a bonus.
It's a bonus, 20th episode bonus. Yes, that's what it is. It's the 20th bonus, or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing most of the time. Okay, have we got any closing remarks?
Nothing except for thank you for watching this episode. If you liked it or if you got anything else to say, comments below. We would read everyone and anything about topics that you would like to hear us talk about. That'd be great. If you're listening, if you hit us up on our socials, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, that'd be great too. What's the question of the week again?
The question of the week is, what is weird about us?
There we go. Cool.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Have a good week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Jazz hands.